Hey guys, what's going on? It is Slippy Chains. Today we're going to be playing the Coonskin Disc Golf Course in Charleston, West Virginia. This is going to be the shorts to longs, so shortest tee pad to longest basket available. That's what my division will be playing. You're not going to see the finish on some of these holes just because there were people on the fairway or kids playing on the playground, stuff like that. Some of these holes are near other facilities on the park. Threw a trespass up there, bit off a decent amount of distance. I want to say right around 300. This is hole 1, which is 410 feet. And I did get a decent upshot. You're not going to see it just because I had to cut recording, but I did get a par there. So we start off even. Hole 2, this is 365 feet. It is a par 3. Kind of goes over a little valley. Best bet is just to get to the other side of the hill. I threw that one super duper low. That was not the best attempt there, but I gotta take what I get. I do end up getting a par there. You're not gonna see that hole either, just because there was a guy with his dog on the other side. I didn't want to get too close or get too rowdy with him. This is hole 3, par 4, 430 feet. I learned from my mistakes and throw it a bit higher, so I actually give it some air time. That was a Halo Champ Glow Destroyer, I believe, the Bloom Roost run, 2025, and I want to say I pushed it right around 350. Approach with a Ringer GT, put it pretty close for 3. I mean, this is still a healthy bid, and then I popped the putt in for a birdie. So we are now -1 through 3. Hole 4 is a 305-foot shot. You do have a double mando through those trees, and then it hooks over to the right. I don't have much of a forehand, but we're gonna kind of chop a destroyer through that. I do make the mando, which is good, barely. You could definitely get a lot closer if you've got a decent forehand. And then I just approach it. I probably could have ran that better, but the wind was kind of gusting every now and then, kind of high, so I wanted to play everything safe and then just pop it in for a par. So that makes us even through 4. Hole 5, you kind of cross the street. You're out of the golf course area and you're actually into the woods. This is a par 4, 415 feet, and it's pretty tough to get up there. The short basket is, as you can see right here, that would have been a decent shot for the short basket, but the long you're gonna see is way up in the woods and kind of tough to get to. Yeah, I threw a crave and then approached it with, I believe, an Athena, kind of hit an early tree, and then we're going to throw another forehand approach here with my Quake, which at this point I just put in the bag, but it's just got just enough stability to kind of hook up at the end there. Puts it right next to the basket for a very fortunate par. This hole I feel like would be kind of easy to take a bogey on if you miss your initial line. This is hole 6. It's a 290-foot tunnel. You've really just got to throw something straight. Just get through the gap. I throw a Trash Panda inner core, and it stays pretty straight. It goes off a little bit to the left, and I'm quite short. I definitely could have pushed it harder, but you don't want to risk hitting off to the left or right. I actually was trying to run that, but kind of noodled it. I didn't get the finish on the hole, but I did get a par. So I parked it. So we're still -1 through 6. It's hole 7, 350 foot. Goes right around these tennis courts. I don't believe I get to record the rest of the hole just because there were kids playing tennis and just don't want to record kids. But I do get a par there. And that's going to keep us -1 through 7. Hole 8 is only 315 feet, but it's kind of a dog leg to the left. I threw something really high. I'm just trying to avoid those trees. They don't seem, on video, they don't seem like they'd get in your way, but they're pretty tightly packed up there. So I put it out wide, approach with a forehand, use my ringer. Initially, that looked pretty good, but it just got way too far past it. Kind of shuffled its way past. So this is for par. About a 25, maybe 25 footer. Hit the basket and roll away. Luckily, I don't roll too bad. Give myself a little putt here. And we're going to take a bogey on that hole. So that's going to put us even through 8. Finally, here's hole 9. It is a 490-foot par 4. I throw a Gorgon out to the right, and I trust it to kind of carry that line, which it does. I'm fine with that. You kind of have to go out to the right and then snake your way all the way up the green. It kind of goes up into the woods. Throwing a detour at it after this. I probably could have disked up, but this was pretty safe. So throw it out there. We're going to approach with a ringer GT here. And that is the park officer telling me that the park's going to close soon. That's why I look back. I can trust the ringer GT on a little bit of a forehand. It'll kind of hold out for a little bit and have a nice gentle fade at the end. Puts me close, and I pop it in for a par. And that's Coonskin front 9.